Hi, good morning everyone. It has been an interesting few days. I would say the last few days have seriously changed me as a person, but not really important why. I don't really see the point of going into details. More in this video at least. I may talk about it in another video. Something I want to talk about. I saw an article, I saw a few tweets from Tasha Jonas, and she's been turning down the Claressa Shields fight. So, I mean, look, I'm very easygoing. Everyone can do what they want. I don't know how much she's been offered. I don't know. I think it's £400,000. I could be wrong. But whatever it is, I do know that her and her team have turned it down, saying it's not enough. And this is just something I want to talk about. A lot of fighters in boxing are very weird. They don't really live in the real world. You know, they always... From what I've seen, from my personal experiences, from the outside looking in, you know, I'm not saying I'm not a boxing expert. I'm not really a boxing insider, because I just turn up to media events every once in a while, but I'm not as knowledgeable as people like Kugan Cassius and so on. So the information I'm going to give in this video, the opinions I'm going to give in this video, it's more from a common sense point of view. I mean, I'm not saying I've got a lot of boxing knowledge, because I don't think I necessarily do, but in terms of common sense, I'd say I'm more intelligent than anyone in boxing. And, you know, people are going to think I'm being arrogant. I'm not. You know, I just genuinely believe I've got more common sense than anyone in boxing, and the way I can explain it, you know, hopefully you agree. I understand if you disagree. The thing with a lot of these fighters, they all believe they're going to win. So I'm sure Tasha Jonas thinks she's going to beat Claressa Shields. So, I mean, to me, I just think... I understand you want to make as much money as possible, but a lot of these fighters, I mean, if you just beat Claressa Shields, which I don't think she can do it, Shields is too big and she's too good. If Tasha beats her, you'll be making the money from the Shields fight, and then, I mean, if I was in that situation, why not fight again as soon as you can, then you get another purse, and then that's how you make the money. You look at people like Canelo, you know, these guys are, I mean, Canelo boxed a lot of people in a short amount of time, very good competition, and, you know, not every purse is going to be the biggest purse ever, but if you just keep beating people, the purses go up. I remember when Canelo lost to Floyd, and you know, who would have thought he'd go on to what he's done now? Floyd made him look so basic, so slow. I'm speaking objectively, gave him an absolute boxing lesson. And you know, Canelo got frustrated in the fight. You know, so who would have thought he'd go on to achieve what he has? But the point is that he has. So, you know, a lot of fighters are just... If I was in Jonas' position, I understand, obviously you want as much money as possible, I get that. But, I mean, you've only got so much time left. You're not as big a draw as you think you are. I mean, if Tasha Jonas walked down Oxford Street, would people recognise her? Very few people. So, I mean, you're not... Women's boxing, maybe I'll do a separate video on this. It's not as big as people think it is. As I say, I'm not a boxing insider, so I don't know where they're getting the money from to pay these fighters, male and female, because I think a lot of fighters are overpaid. As far as I'm aware, I'm sure there's people that can talk about this in more detail than I can. I'm guessing they pay the fighters using the Sky budget. They pay them using money that's been generated from football and so on, as far as I'm aware. But I mean, you can't tell me these fighters are generated, because who's buying a ticket to see Tasha Jonas? I'm not being rude, but I'm just being objective. You know, a lot of these fighters, and not just her, I'm not just saying her, but they're not as big as they think they are. So when they want this amount of money in that, oh yeah, but you don't sell enough tickets to generate that. You don't sell enough pay-per-views. I'll give you a perfect example, and I've got no reason to lie. I saw Tasha Jonas, the first time I met her was at the Anthony Fowler, Liam Smith press conference. And when I met her, yeah, she gave me an interview, which I appreciate. But a lot of fighters, they don't like hearing the truth I'm about to say. So I met her at the press conference, and she was walking around. There was a lot of fans around, everyone was ignoring her, and this is in Liverpool. So see, this is the problem. Like, fighters don't want to hear this sort of stuff, but I'm not really that fussed. I don't even like being in the UK right now. This is the thing, people, you don't realise. I prefer Eritrea, so I'm gonna go back to Eritrea as soon as I can. I enjoy it there more. I really enjoyed it, had an amazing time. I don't even like being in the UK right now. Can't stand the food, the weather. What don't I like in the UK? It's a stressful country. Like, not for me, I don't get stressed out, but people are easier to deal with in Eritrea. Obviously, I'm not saying, obviously Eritreans can be annoying as well, so I'll probably talk about that in a different video. So I'm saying I'm not really that fussed about, I don't think she's going to watch this video, but if she watches it and she gets annoyed, well, that's just life. I mean, I'm not wrong, but a lot of these fights, they're just not as important as they think they are, and sometimes you just got to take what you can get. And look, if you really think you can beat Shields, I mean, that fight's, it's a massive fight, and if she actually beats Claressa Shields, which I know she can't, I mean, well, that's a huge historical achievement. You could say that Tasha Jonas, if she does it, you could say she's the best female fighter in the world, pound for pound. She could say, oh, I've improved a lot since the Katie Taylor fight. I mean, if she beats Shields, then Katie Taylor has got to fight her. There will be a lot of pressure on Katie Taylor to make that fight. And if Katie Taylor doesn't fight her, see, Team Jonas, they can say, oh, look, Katie Taylor's ducking. Katie Taylor's fighting Chantel Cameron next. That's a very good fight. And what, Jonas Shields is a very good fight. I just think Shields is just too big, too good. I think, but I've said enough, I've pretty much summed it up, but I just don't know why you wouldn't take the fight. If you genuinely think you can win, if you give me a month, I'll fight most people on the whole YouTube Misfits circuit. The only people I won't fight, I'd say it openly, I wouldn't fight Tommy Fury. I'm not going to win that fight in a month. Would I fight Jake Paul? I'd rather fight Jake Paul, but in a month's time. I don't like to lie. I mean, look, the guy's been training consistently for years. I haven't. If you gave me 6 months, I'd fight Jake Paul, but not a month. I mean, I might be able to win the first round, and I hope I'm not sounding delusional, but then I've got to keep that up for 12 rounds. And this guy, if he hits me, I don't think my dodgy chin can stand up to him. So I'd say no, I wouldn't fight him. But the reason I'm saying this, if you genuinely think you can beat someone, well, just take it, win, and then get on with your life. Then you're the one in demand. Then you're the one that you've got more power. So yeah, I'd fight a lot of them. I'd fight Deji, I'd fight, I don't even know half their names. There's that kid called Dean the Great. I think Dean's, the only thing with him is the weight. He's too small. I don't want to lose that much weight. I don't mind. I'd even fight people that are 10 kilograms heavier. So I'm not fussed about weight. But in terms of, let's just say 1 month, I'd fight most of them. The only ones I wouldn't fight are people I don't think I can beat. Jake Paul, Tommy Fury. I mean, I'm not going to beat Tommy in a month. No chance. Jake, I've got a chance, but it would be silly to take him on in 1 month. It would be a silly decision. So I'm just trying to get you to understand how fighters. I just don't get these guys. If you genuinely think you're gonna win, I'd fight people like Deji. I just don't think Deji can beat me. I'm being objective. I mean, look, if I lose to someone like that, then I'm not good enough. So if he beats me, he'd be doing me a favour. I might as well find out now before I fight someone else that's even better. But on paper, speaking objectively, I'm not being arrogant. I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm sure people are going to say, oh, Michael, you're being arrogant. What have you done in boxing? Well, I'm just giving you my opinion. I should be able to beat someone like Deji. A month is enough notice. But not Tommy, no chance. I don't care how much money you offer me. I'm not scared, but I'm not gonna. Why would I fight someone that I can't beat? When I met Tommy, he didn't look that big, but I don't know. Maybe it was the clothes. But when you look at the photos, I mean, the guy's massive. I mean, there's two ways you win a fight: points or knockout. Okay, you got disqualification, but let's just say points or knockout. In a month, I mean, come on, I'm not gonna knock this guy out. And how am I gonna beat him on points? He's tall, he's got longer arms, he's conditioned. I'm not, so I'd say no to that fight in a month at least. But look, I hope I'm not going off point. But I don't get these fighters. If you genuinely think you can win, and then they got the nerve to say, oh, we don't make enough money, or I need sponsorship, or Tasha Jonas put up a comment about saying, oh, I want to have an OnlyFans. Would you guys pay? I'm like, but if you need money, you've got the chance to fight someone. And even if you don't want to fight Shields for whatever reason, I mean, when's the last time Jonas even boxed? It's been a little while. I've been away for a while. I'd have to Google her to find out. But I mean, look, it's just constructive advice. Ultimately, it's up to people what they want to do. And obviously, I'm sure any of these people, if they want to say something to me like, well, what do you know, or what have you done in boxing? It doesn't matter what I've done in boxing. And if they say, well, what do you know? But I'm just giving you common sense. If you look at any other industry, most industries, obviously the background that I come from, where I've been in the British Army, I've worked in construction, I've worked in the catering industry, or I've worked in restaurants and pubs and so on. What else have I done for work? I've worked in warehouses, I've done driver's mate, I've done all kinds of jobs. I mean, the background where I'm coming from, obviously you need to work to get paid, and if you don't turn up to work, if you don't do your job, you don't get paid. So I'm just coming at it from that common sense point of view. For boxing, you don't make as much money as people would think, in the sense that obviously you got to pay taxes and you've got all the team getting a cut. So I mean, I just don't get these fighters. I mean, I know it's been a bit of a long video, but I mean, the chance is there for you to make money and you're saying no. I mean, surely in your mind there's no way you can lose to Claressa Shields, right? There's no way you should lose, so you should take that fight. For me, I think, I can't say every single YouTuber, because look, speaking objectively, obviously I need to prove things. I haven't boxed since October 2021. I'm not arrogant, I'm just giving you my opinion. Objectively, I just don't think people like Deji can beat me. I'm much more experienced, I understand boxing, and I mean, Deji weighs more than I do. I met his trainer the other day. He was saying Deji, he boxed his last fight at 77 kilograms. So with Deji, I don't need to starve myself. I don't need to, make a dramatic weight loss. I can just come in the ring, no problem. So I don't think I'd lose to him. I just don't see it when I watch the way he boxes. And I don't want to say too much, because I don't want to sound like I'm egotistical or arrogant, because I'm not. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. There's no way I don't believe. If you give me 1 month, I don't believe I'll lose to him. But if you talk about someone like Tommy Fury, if I fight Tommy Fury in a month, which there's no way I'd agree to it, Tommy will box me silly. Do I think I could go the distance? Just going the distance would be hard enough. That's not a fair fight. I wouldn't take that fight. And all I'm trying to say, I hope I'm not getting on about it too much. If you think if Tasha Jonas thinks she'll beat Claressa Shields, I'm sure if you ask her, oh, there's no way Shields will beat me. Well, if you genuinely believe that, then fight her. Or if you think she's too big or whatever, just say you won't fight her. There's there's nothing wrong with saying a fight is too big. That's why they have weight classes. I mean, boxing's the only sport where you've got these crazy decisions. In other sports, you don't see 40 or 50-year-olds say, oh, I'm going to outperform the 20-year-olds, or just do the best you can, take on sensible competition. But I just think Shields is going to be too much. She'll be too much with Jonas. But anyway, video's dragged on long enough. Take care, thanks for watching.